Hi friends, welcome to Stay Stitching. My name is Carla and I'm glad you are here. This is not a sewing video, so if you're not interested in bees, then you can just check out. I am getting back into sewing and I will have a sewing video up soon. So I'm going to be behind the camera today and Troy's going to be in front of the camera. I got my hair cut a few days ago and I absolutely love it. But today I look like a 1970s rock star.
I think she looks awesome.
And it's, you know, it is not a look that is suitable for public appearances. So I'm going to do my best to hold this straight and film for Troy. So Troy, what is it that we're doing today?
Okay, so for your viewers who don't know, we've had bees now since about the mid part of May, maybe earlier in May. We have two different hives, two different colonies. So we're going to make just a general hive inspection today and look at the health of the hives. This particular hive we're going to is was a colony that I bought, and on the day that I put them in the box, the queen fell out and she got squashed. And that was about a month or 5 weeks ago. And since then this colony's really struggled. We had hoped that they would go ahead and make their own queen, but they didn't get that done. So a little over a week ago, my mentor brought me a queen over, and we put a queen bee in here in the cage. And by 3 days later, they had released her. And then a few days ago, I looked and I saw the queen in there, so she's working around. So we're just going to take a look and see what's happening in the hive. So this is called the inner cover, and it's just a box that kind of keeps things all in one place. We have two boxes. This is a box that's, we hope what will happen is this will start putting honey in. Let's see, they don't really have it glued together. There are a few bees in there. They're really not working on it much. I'll go ahead and set that down. Okay, so in here are the bees. This is really the brood colony. I'm putting a little smoke in there. Smoke calms bees down because instinctively they think that maybe there's a forest fire or something, so they're going to go down in the hive and they're going to start gorging with honey. Because they think if they have to flee, they want to be ready to flee. So that calms them down a little bit. So we'll just go ahead and start pulling some frames out and taking a look. There's just a bee on this is called foundation. This is plastic foundation that had been dipped in wax, and they haven't started drawing comb on it yet. And I'm just going to set that to the side so we have a little room. Now we're going to start working our way into the colony, into these frames. I guess I'll just hold that. Okay, so these are frames that have honeycomb on them, the wax that the bees make. And they're just walking around there. This is where they store nectar to make honey. They also store pollen. Pollen is their protein source, and I see a little bit of pollen in here. We have a few more bees in here on this. They're just working around keeping things clean. I don't see any eggs on this particular frame. But busy little bees. Now we may start getting into a point where we might start seeing the queen and maybe start seeing some eggs. And one of the things, as you get older with bees, you have to take all the advantage of light that you can find in order to be able to see what's happening. And here, as you can see in there, a lot of bees that are face down in there, they are eating nectar, because they want to make sure that they're gorged up. They're pretty calm. They're not flying. You'll notice they're not flying. They're just looking around. I'm going to see if I can make some of them move so I can see if there's any eggs in there. Just blow a little breath on them. As you can see in there, there's pollen. That's the different colored pollen they bring in. They use pollen. That's part of what helps them make wax. And this is just kind of a feed frame. I don't see the queen on this one yet. Okay, now we'll go to the next frame. Okay, this one's a little heavier. There's more bees on it. There's the queen.
Oh, I see her.
She's got a blue dot on her.
I can't see if I have her in the camera though.
She looks great.
I'm sure I do. There she is. Right there in the center, guys.
She's got a blue dot on her middle of her back. Now if we're lucky, she's inspecting something. Oh look, she's laying an egg. Oh, that's wonderful. She just laid an egg. She's laying an egg in that cell.
All right, let's not bother them too much longer.
Okay, I see her laying. I'm just going to inspect maybe one more frame to see if I see much of anything else. And then we'll close this hive back up and we'll go look at the other one. Wow, they glue stuff together. This colony is doing much better. Okay, so in this frame we have, this is called capped brood. So there are eggs. I see a lot of eggs in the bottom of cells, and then you see developing larvae. And then where it's covered up, that's where they've capped it, and that's where the bees doing their final pupation with their pupa. Is that pupation? With their pupa, and then some will come out. They'll start chewing their way out and become bees that work. Okay, so I like that. So I'm happy with this hive. We're going to close them back up and feel good about where we're at. Ooh, I'm sweating, Mama.
I know, it's hot in here. Okay, guys, I don't think we're going to show you the second hive. It's going to be more of the same. It's a more, they are developmentally farther because they never lost their queen. But I just want to say that if you've ever considered keeping bees, I think it's been a tremendous pleasure for Troy. It's a pleasure for me. I love watching them. I've never been stung. We love watching them on our flowers all throughout the yard, and we love watching them in the bird bath and in their, it's wonderful. If you've ever considered it,
do it.
Do it. And then Troy, what's the name of your channel with your bee?
It's just my channel is Troy Mayfield is my name, so that's the name of the channel. And I put up quite a few videos about bees on there, plus planting and fountain pens and a few other things. So if you get tired of sewing and cutesy stuff.
Well, if you get tired of Carla never uploading a video for months and months, go see Troy. He is now the YouTube person in this marriage. So, all right, guys, you take care. Our thoughts are with you. We're all good here at Mayfield Casa, and I will be back with you soon with a sewing video.